Welcome to Leadership Unleashed, the show that will explore the multifaceted world of leadership through insightful interviews, thought-provoking discussions, and practical advice from leaders throughout Westchester County and beyond. I'm your host, Dr. Marsha Gordon, President and CEO of the Business Council of Westchester. Today, we are excited to bring you a special episode of Leadership Unleashed, featuring Jim Giangrande, partner of Altium and a 2025 Business Hall of Fame winner of Entrepreneurial Success. Congratulations, Jim. And thank you for being with us today. And we are also so proud to have Westchester Medical Center as the premier sponsor of the Leadership Unleashed podcast. Let's hear for a minute from Westchester Medical Center.
A lot goes into planning a birthday. For my daughter Cameron, it started with a stem cell transplant to cure her sickle cell disease. Yes, cure. Westchester Medical Center Health Network uses every technology, technique, and talented specialist to conquer diseases that could otherwise rob a child of childhood, helping my daughter and thousands of others at Maria Ferrari Children's Hospital. Happy birthday, Cameron.
Happy birthday.
WMC Health, advancing care here.
Jim, before we begin, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and the work you do. Who are the main people and communities you serve?
Oh, hi, Marsha. Thank you. A little bit about myself. Jim Giangrande. I'm a partner and co-founder of Altium Wealth Management. We're a financial services and wealth management firm based in Purchase, New York. What am I involved in? Been involved in a lot of different things. Obviously, the Business Council for over 20 years, and it's had a big impact on our business. I was when my kids were growing up, I was a Little League coach, a basketball coach. I'm a marathon runner. I love to play golf, and I'm very passionate about other organizations that I've been involved with, whether it's the Covenant House or Our Lady of Sorrows School.
Jim, you are such a great community contributor, as are the rest of your team, your partners, and Altium is an organization that we respect so very much. So tell us a little bit about Altium.
Sure, Marsha. In our simplest form, we provide financial consulting and wealth management services. When we started the firm, we asked ourselves, what would we want if we were our clients? And then we built it. And what we felt, though, is people wanted clarity. They wanted to know, where am I exposed to risk? When am I going to find out? And at what cost? They also want to know things like, can I live the lifestyle I want without running out of money during my lifetime? And once they know that, they also want to know, how do I protect this money for the next generation? And how should my money be invested to give my financial plan the best chance of success? So this is where the cross-section of financial consulting and thoughtful portfolio management meet. The work we're doing on the financial consulting integrates and informs the investment decisions we help our clients make. And oftentimes when we meet with a client for the first time, we see that their investment portfolios are misaligned with their objectives. And a big part of the value that we add to our clients is the integration of the financial plan and the investment plan. So as far as who are our clients and who we serve, most of our clients are people that are so busy building a business or building their wealth that they don't take the time to manage and protect it properly. They have all these different advisors. Maybe it's their CPAs or attorneys, their insurance people, investment advisors, and bankers that are giving them their advice. And that advice often lacks integration, and the client is left alone in the middle trying to make the best decisions possible. It can sometimes be overwhelming for the client, and it usually leads to indecision or bad decisions. So through our consulting process Vantage Point, we sit at the center with our clients, acting like a personal chief financial officer. And in most cases, we end up collaborating with our clients' CPAs, their attorneys, and their different advisors to help our mutual clients navigate these complexities so that they can ultimately make clear and confident decisions in all areas: retirement planning, complicated estate planning techniques, and business succession strategies. So it seems like the more complicated somebody's situation is, the more value we're able to add to their lives. So we work with a lot with founders of companies, partners in law firms and private equity firms, non-income earning spouses as they go through divorce, and people that are approaching retirement years that want to know that what they're doing is going to be able to retire confidently.
Jim, I've had the privilege of watching your company grow. And when you talk about unique ability, this is something that you truly, truly believe in and are passionate about. And also the customer experience. I know many, many people who are your customers, and you have helped them build their wealth and lead good lives and help others. And you should be very, very proud of that accomplishment, because that's what good entrepreneurs, and you were voted the best this year in Westchester. That's really what entrepreneurship, I believe, should be about. And you've also had incredible growth, nearly doubling in size every 2 years since your inception in 2010. So please share with us a bit about the growth of your firm. What have been the keys to your growth, and were there any inflection points that helped you to continue to grow at this rapid pace?
Sure. Thank you, Marsha. Yeah, I'm blown away sometimes by our continued growth. We're blessed with great partners and a great team. When we started, just to give you a little bit about the numbers, when we started Altium in 2010, we had less than $100 million of assets under management. And by the end of 2016, we were at about 400 million of AUM, and today we're just shy of 6.5 billion of assets under management. So from an assets management
6.5. Wait, say that number again.
6.5 billion.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Thank you. And it's great team and great clients, and we're continually trying to be better at what we do all the time. But from an asset management standpoint, we've done this from adhering to a thoughtful investment philosophy while utilizing advanced technology that we created, and then strict processes while leveraging a highly qualified investment team. So as a firm, we have incredibly high standards when it comes to delivering a unique experience for our clients. We're always looking at industry trends and trying to get in front of them. We don't ever rest on our laurels. There's a process of creative destruction that we continually apply to our business. So being nimble and able to make changes has been a critical part of our success. I'd say as a firm, we're process driven by design. So when we started Altium, we noticed it was a real opportunity to build something that many advisors truthfully struggled to do. Since we were starting the company from scratch, we could create an Altium way of doing things. So on the consulting side, we saw that many firms we competed with lacked a consistent client experience from advisor to advisor. And in building Altium, we created our consulting process Vantage Point that is the same process that every client goes through. And this has enabled us to really scale the company. And that was on the financial consulting side. But on the investment management side, we ultimately took everything in-house so that we could take ownership of each step of the process along the way. And the net result has been a customizable and highly tax-efficient platform that has resonated with our clients, as well as prospective clients who are looking for something different. And so some inflection, I would just say, like when we created our investment platform, that was a big inflection point for us. Bringing in certain key people from a talent standpoint has really impacted our firm in a lot of ways. And some of them came from our relationships in the business council. And those people have become partners at this point in time. And as we've grown, though, we've capitalized on this concept of unique ability. Each client can have anywhere from 2 to 4 different advisors on their team that play a special role in the process. And from the client's perspective, they quickly see that the people that they're working with are true experts at what they do. Whether it's a CFP that's modeling out their cash flows, or a CFA that's integrating their financial plan with their portfolio management, or someone that's helping them co-create an estate plan. That's because we put people in the spot where they can shine, doing what they love and what comes naturally to them. And just on a firm level, we have this culture of collaboration and continued learning where employees are empowered to lead, and there's a growth mindset that permeates amongst throughout the whole entire firm. So when it comes to like our client service team, our advisors, our portfolio managers, we're always looking at being better. And I think the byproduct of continually refining what we do here has been a key factor of our growth.
So it's amazing when I'm hearing you is that the key to Altium's entrepreneurial success has been people, it's been technology, it's been knowledge, it's been focusing on the customers and having a culture of education and growth and focusing on unique abilities, both of your team and of your clients. Am I kind of
Yes.
summarizing that?
Yep. That would be it.
And the other thing that I've watched you do, Jim, over the years is really being focused on building and sustaining the workforce of the future. And we talk about this a lot now, but I want to say, Jim Giangrande, you and your team were focused on this almost 20 years ago when you were the chair of the Rising Stars, or maybe it was 15 years ago. But it was a long time ago when you really focused on helping people grow and helping young people grow. So what does that workforce look like in your industry?
So we have a wide range of critical roles within our industry, which opens the door to a diverse group of individuals with unique skills. I would say, when you met me 20 years ago, the industry was very sales driven. There were financial advisors that were good, quote unquote salespeople, but we saw the need to evolve from that when we were building our firm. If you want to compete today, the industry is now associated with people that have the technical skills required in wealth management, but they also need a good EQ in having empathy and meeting a client where they're at. So we also need great customer experience people in ethics and governance and running a firm and making sure we're staying on top of things from a compliance and risk management standpoint. And we also need people who are proficient in technology. And we need to bring all these pieces together to have a powerful firm and create that unique experience that we're trying to do.
And looking at the future workforce, Gen Z is coming up and younger people. Do you have any sage advice for this group?
Yes, I would say one thing is you need to be adaptable. You need to have a strong work ethic. I would say you need the curiosity and desire to learn and grow, and the willingness to adapt to change. Someone who's wants to really collaborate too. I think you need to be team-based. And I'd say it's my experience that this younger generation is incredibly talented and smart. They're so impressive. When I meet with college students that are getting ready to graduate, their knowledge of the opportunities available to them in all these different industries were really impressive to me, because I certainly didn't have that knowledge when I got out of school. But while they have those strengths, what we've seen in young people is they sometimes struggle to communicate, and the lack of the soft skills that I mentioned earlier. I would suggest to all young people, they should look to build relationships with generations that preceded them and also develop those soft skills in communication. And I would say in advance, in any industry, to do the things that no one's willing, the things basically to succeed in any industry, you've got to do the things that people really don't want to do, and you'll make yourself invaluable to that firm and that company.
Excellent advice. Well, since you brought it up, Jim Giangrande, what impact has your very, very strong involvement in the Business Council of Westchester had in growing Altium Success?
Well, it's been incredible. I've met so many great people that I collaborate with and meet with on a monthly basis, and we've learned together. We've grown together. We've helped each other's companies, grow from introducing each other to different clients and resources that we've needed. The Business Council we've gotten 3 of our best employees, 2 of which have become partners in the firm. And they really came at critical times and in their roles, one being Maria Bronzi, another being Connor Ryan, and another being Jean Marie Connolly. They all played critical roles at critical times in our company that helped take us to the next level in certain areas, and it's been impactful. And I would just say that it's really been amazing. When I think back 20 years ago, I was a rising star, and now our firm it was even before we started Altium, and now our firm is a Hall of Famer. And I really reflect with gratitude upon all the relationships and all the learning and all the fun we've had as we've been building this and being involved in the community. It's just been a really wild ride, and I'm just so grateful, and our firm is so grateful to be honored this year with the Entrepreneurial Success Award.
Well, and we are so honored to honor you and the team at Altium. And I'm smiling when you say those 3 names and the relationships that have formed and the friendships. And that's very, very important and meaningful. And that builds business. It creates new entrepreneurs, and it builds community. And we are so happy that Altium is part of our community. And we will be thrilled to honor you on April 29th at Glen Island at our Business Hall of Fame. and bestow upon you the Entrepreneurial Success Award. So thank you for joining us today, Jim. It was great having you as our guest on Leadership Unleashed. And once again, we want to thank our sponsor, Westchester Medical Center, and all of our listeners.
Thank you, Marsha.